I am so cool. Man, I'm so cool. I got stickers on my coffee cup. And I got a vape pen, dude. Damn right. What's coolness, huh? Maybe that's what I want to talk about this video. This idea of coolness. If you're young, you're bound to want to be cool. I mean, that's just what it means to be a teenager. I'm not even going to go into it because it's a rite of passage to want to be cool when you're in school. It doesn't mean that everybody will get that chance. It sure as hell doesn't mean that everybody's going to be cool or that everyone's going to be treated by others cool. But let's define cool for fun. People think that vaping is cool. They think, look at me, I can blow a cloud of vapor out of this contraption that vaporizes vegetable glycerin and blow this cloud out and I'm cool. It's not cool. I do this because I quit smoking and I enjoy the action of smoking. I said, well, I'm not going to fool myself and pretend like I'm not addicted because I am. So here, get a vape pen. I went to the vape shop the other day. I've gone there a couple times, and they're always teasing me about this device, you know. I think this thing was like $80. It's got a nice tank on it, but the battery's kind of a piece of junk. Looks like a Rubik's Cube. But it's cool. It works. It's got a little digital display, a little readout on it, voltage regulator and everything. And they're always like, you know, oh yeah, well that battery's a piece of junk. That probably burnt out the coil, and they're looking for some flaw in this stupid fucking vape pen. And I was just laughing. I was like, you know, I was like, yeah, but I'm not really ready to fork over $150 for a new battery. You know, these guys in there think that they're really cool. They have these big ass vape boxes. There's 4 of them that work there. It's a vape bar. So you go in there and you can sit and try the flavors and whatnot. And they've got dozens of flavors and vape pens to choose from and stuff. And I think that's cool. You know, not cool. I don't think it's cool, but I think it's all right that people think that's cool, that people are into that. And that's a culture, and that you know, somebody once said, you know, if you're going to blow big clouds, you got to wear a black t-shirt. It's just hilarious because everybody I've ever seen who's, you know, into that just seems to be like the kind of black t-shirt kind of that style of dude. I'm not even going to explain it. I've been through it. I was a hesher when I was young. I had long hair and metal shirts and whatnot. But it's not hesher. It's a different style. I'm not going to dare to say that vapors are what's the word? Damn it. Oh, Portland's full of hipsters. See? I hate that word. Okay, so anyway, I'm not going to sit here and tear into people. I'm not like that. I'm making a point as a preamble that we fall into these certain cultures and we find something cool. We don't really care if other people find it cool. We think that they find it cool. We think that they look at us cool. Kids walking down the street that are all dressed like punks, you know, they might think that people look at them cool. And people might look at them and think douchebag. Or people might think, oh shit, I'm scared of them. Or they might think they're cool. Just depending on the person. But it doesn't matter. What really matters is when you go home, you strip all of that shit off. And strip yourself down naked and look in the mirror. You're still a fucking human. I'm sorry for the language there. But even below that, you're still just a consciousness. Under that skin, it's just another layer of clothing. People might think, okay, well, I don't have to wear clothes to be cool. Well, what if you're completely ugly? You know, a lot of people go through life with a lot of really adversity, which builds character. So, what I'm getting into is the less cool a person is in school and in life, the cooler they tend to be later in life. It's because the surface cool, they've seen that the people who act cool on the surface or are cool because of things they do aren't really that cool. And these kids that let's say I went to high school with, a lot of the nerds in school ended up being some of the coolest guys. I mean, I still talk with some of them, but when I look back, I was kind of a nerd too. I wasn't a nerd, but I was a very individualistic. I wore Metallica shirts and baggy MC Hammer pants and stuff like that. Had a mullet. Went skateboarding with my friends, and then eventually got into heavy metal, and we'd skate and listen to metal. And then everything changed. I got into the Grateful Dead like my sophomore, junior year, or I think sophomore year, and everything changed. I went from, heavy metal clothes to just hippie, but I was trying to be cool within my own group. And I ended up getting sent to another school in Northeast Portland. I had to take the bus out there every day. It's called LEC, and it was for like troubled kids who had problems, and I got kicked out of my regular school. So they sent me to LEC, and I get there, and all the people are gangster wannabes. Every one of the kids in that school is trying to be cool. Not one of them is a real gangster. Every one of them is wearing starter jackets. You don't even, I mean, it was a big thing in the early 90s, okay? Starter jackets were huge then. And everybody was trying to be cool, everybody was trying to be gangster, but not one of those kids were gangster at all. Every single one of them was just a sweetheart. Because there was only like 30 kids in the school, and they were all sweet. They were all nice kids, even the guys who were like, because I was kind of the oldest guy in the school, I was a junior that year, and there was like only one senior or something, one person older than me, and I think I got like the best grades in the school, or one of them. I think like a 3.8 grade point average, because there was no homework at that school, and I didn't do homework. Anyway, point being that all these kids trying to be cool, and here's me trying to be cool with my brother. We're the hippies, because my brother went there, and he's 3 years younger than me. And we get there, and we're like all dressed in tie-dyes and shit, looking around at all these gangsters. We all just meshed, and we became awesome friends. Completely different types of people. Here's my brother and I trying to be hippies in this culture that we didn't grow up in. And here's these gangsters trying to be in a culture they didn't really grow up in. Everybody's just trying to be somebody else, and it's to be cool. And when you realize that being cool doesn't mean you're cool in all of society's eyes, it means that you fit in your group, okay? And nobody likes to not fit in. Everybody wants to have a part, and everybody wants to feel wanted and feel like they belong. So as we get older, what we thought was cool falls by the wayside. The younger kids should know today that being cool is something that, a person may just freak out and think that their life's going to end over being made fun of as a senior in high school or a junior, whatever. That they get poked fun at and everybody's laughing at them for a couple of weeks or whatever, even a year. It doesn't matter. All of that it just seems like the biggest thing in the world when you're a kid. But as soon as you're out of high school, none of it matters. All those people just disappear. It becomes irrelevant. You realize that your humility and your perseverance is all you really have. Who you are is fully dependent on how you react to people. So I guess if there's a message I could leave here, it would be, people are going to pick on other people. Rather than seeing that person as picking on someone because it makes them feel cool, see them picking on that person because they don't feel very cool. They don't feel good themselves. Because a person that really feels good inside finds no need to pick on others to do so. A person who truly feels content with themselves can laugh in the face of adversity or ridicule or insult. They might retort, they might have something to say, but that they don't spend their whole time defending themselves. Because if you spend your whole time defending who you are, then you're not happy with who you are. And I think that's just an important thing to remember. Nope, vaping doesn't make you cool. Smoking sure as hell doesn't make you cool. Drug use doesn't make you cool. Clothes don't make you cool. What does? I'll just leave that open. And that'd be an awesome thing if you guys had any responses to that. What do you think makes a person cool? If there is such a thing.